If I can offer any advice to the youth, my advice is live your life. And when you know what I mean by live your life, I mean get out here and live. Travel. Do your lives, do your TikToks, do all the things that's going to make you money. Before you know it, you're going to end up in your 40s. If you're in your 20s right now, 22, 21, 19, 17 years old, you're going to look up and blink and you're going to be 40. You're going to be 35. You're going to be 45 years old. And you're going to be looking back like, dang, I wasted a lot of time working a job that I do not want to work, hanging around people that weren't advantageous to my life or helped me move up in life in any way. My young men, be cognizant of the woman that you lay down with. Be cognizant of the woman that you lay down with. Just because she's throwing it at you don't mean that you need it. And that's just real talk. My young women, choose men that can add value to your life and make you want to be a better person. I'm not saying choose a man that's going to take care of you, because that's not something that you should be chasing. You should be able to be out here on your own and do your thing on your own. But if you get with a man that's willing to take care of you and you guys have children, cool. But don't be dependent on any man. And I'm not saying don't be out here like I don't need no man, because we all need each other. What I'm saying is that don't be so dependent on a man that once he leaves you, you have nothing to show for it, or don't know how you're going to get by. So now you guys, if you had a kid, now you're searching for the child support, or if you get married to that man and you get divorced, now you're searching for alimony. Build something for yourself. Every man and every woman should have their own money. If you're together and you're married, pull your money together, and you have your own. You have a relationship, a marriage checking account, and have your own checking account. Have your own money. There's nothing wrong with having your own money. Anybody that tells you that you shouldn't have your own money when you're in a marriage, whether you're a man or woman, is an idiot. Because things can go awry, and now one of y'all is left fucked up. But overall, live your life. If you can hold off on having children early, hold off on having children early. If you're gonna get married early. I wish I'd have got married early in my 20s. Spirit's life. I'm never gonna get married. I don't see it happening. I don't foresee it happening. I actually don't want it to happen, to be honest with you. I don't personally care. But if I had experienced marriage in my 20s, I would have a better grasp on life and how things are supposed to be. It took me a long time to get to a point to understand how things are supposed to be. Now I got 3 kids by 3 different women. My daughter's grown. She's 21. My youngest is 5, and my oldest son is 9 years old. So, with that said, make good choices. When you get out of school, out of high school, if you're a teenager and you're watching this, when you get out of school, go to college, but have a backup plan. Don't invest all your eggs into one thing, and that one thing be the end all to be all. This is the advice I wish people would have given me when I was growing up. When I was growing up in my era, in the 90s, the late 2000s, because I graduated early 2000s from high school, and then early 2000s in college. No one told me, you know what I'm saying, like travel the world or save your money this way. Nobody I knew had money saved. Nobody I knew had money saved. So if something went wrong, nobody had any money. Everybody was calling around trying to borrow money from somebody else to help take care of somebody's funeral, to pay a bill, to pay a car note, to pay repairments, rent due behind. Everybody's calling to help, to ask somebody else for help. I wasn't raised to save money. And I'm not saying that, I was raised incorrectly, because I was raised fine. But I wasn't raised to save money or taught to save money. I was just taught, go work a job, pay your bills, go get an education. Don't work to live. You know what I'm saying? Like, live your dreams, but don't work to live. Don't go work a job just to be able to get by every 2 weeks or every month. That is a terrible way to live. If somebody would have taught me these things earlier in life, I know I'd be further ahead. Right now, I'm a 42-year-old man still trying to figure it out. Never been married, 3 kids, one grown kid, two in elementary school still. I don't own a home. You know what I'm saying? My credit score is decent. You know what I'm saying? I have money, a little bit of money saved. I have money invested. I have skills and trades and things like that. I have 2 degrees, one in computer science and one in business. And I have 16 certifications in different softwares developed for my job. At the end of the day, I'm still not where I want to be, and I'm 42 years old. So this is my advice to the youth. If you're 20, you're in your 20s, even if you're in your 30s, you still have time. You still have time if you're in your 40s and you're watching this. Live your life. Because at the end of the day, you only get one. And none of us know. We all are reading from the same book and being fed the same information about what happens to us after we die. I believe in heaven. I believe in hell. I believe God exists. I believe if I pass away, I'm going to one of the 2 places. Hopefully it's heaven. But at the end of the day, the only people that know definitively what's going to happen to you when you die are the people that are already dead. You only get one life. There's no reincarnation. There's none of those things. None of those things are going to happen. So why spend all your life on this planet working a job or hanging around people that don't lift you up, or working a job that you freaking hate? Go for what you want. If you want to be a creator, be a creator. If you want to be on TikTok and make money from TikTok and you see other people doing it, you can do it too. I know for a fact if I invested into myself more, I could be further in life. But I sit back and watch all the things that happened to me over time, and like just the things that happened to me last week. And I'm sitting there like, dang, why did all these things happen? It's because I inherently put myself in situations that I actually shouldn't be in, or I'm around or dealing with people that I should not be dealing with. And those people put me in positions where things in my life go awry or wrong, when I should be actually being around people that are moving in the same direction that I'm moving. When you're dealing or hanging around people that aren't moving in the same direction that you're moving, you're wasting a lot of time. You're not going to get where you need to be. You can't stand in a trash field, a landfill, around trash and expect to be clean. If you go to a hog's pen, I remember my pastor used to say this, and I only got a couple more minutes left, or a couple seconds. My pastor used to say, if you go play in a hog pen, you're going to smell like the hogs. So be around people that are trying to do exactly what you're trying to do with your life. Not around people that are still drinking, smoking, hanging out, don't got no direction in life. Those people can't help you get where you need to be. Get around the people that can help you get where you need to be. That's my advice to you. I don't know why I recorded this, but I feel like somebody needed it, or maybe I needed it. Peace.